Anson has a story about shitting his pants in Burger King, but first I'll tell my story about we're hanging out for Buck's bachelor party, and we decide that it's a good idea to take shots and drink Bloody Marys at about 8 in the morning. And by Bloody Marys, I mean just straight vodka and tomato juice.
Tomato juice chaser, maybe?
And so we get on there, we pick our kayaks and everything. I haven't ever gone kayaking before, very first time. So, hop on my kayak, it's a thin one, the longer, thin kind. So that's never good. Get on there, within probably the first 10 minutes or so, I find a way to flip myself over, which, if you've ever gone kayaking before,
Not
pretty much know
an easy task.
you can't fucking get it flipped back over. Getting going back and forth, so I just keep continuously flipping over. It would be fine if we weren't, if we were doing a little kayak for a mile or two, but it ends up being somewhere 18-mile kayak, something like that. So for the better part of 6.5 hours, I'm in and out of my fucking. So I flip over. There's a halfway point at 10 miles or something like that. And most people that are more sober than us, at least me,
which was
are
everybody,
stopping there, getting sandwiches, getting geared up, recovering a little bit. Nope, I go floating by on the distant end over there, a tiny little rain cloud just only above my head.
A little lightning bolt strikes.
So it
not
seemed
today.
Go flown right past. I proceed to try to claw up the side. I end up getting up there with mud on my fingernails. 6 hours later, we end up at pulling it onto those fucking rocks. At the very end, we end up and there's a sea of rocks, dude. It was like the whole sandbar is just full of sharp rocks. I'd lost both my shoes at that point.
Large pieces of sand,
dude,
I guess are rocks.
I lost both my water shoes by that point. Didn't have either of them. My kayak's mud.
A little dignity was lost, but
full
it was
of mud.
worth it.
Hop back on there, hop back on the bus, go back to the little camping point, and I'm basically, there's pictures of me passed out with a little green thing tied around my eyes. I look like a ninja turtle. I look like a turtle. And then we get back there. Actually, it ended up being a good night. That was the only bad part of the day. Stayed up, had a good party that night, played beer pong tournament.
Yeah, I couldn't even hang that night. I slept on that dirt floor for about 9 hours. Fridge, Betcher, and Sean were all on that one kayak.
They're just saying,
we caught up to them, and
you were on a canoe too, right?
Me and Calvin were in a canoe, and we were towing a kayak because we had one extra kayak and we didn't want to leave it.
Yeah.
I remember at the very beginning, we were trying to get real close to this bridge, the little pier that's coming down.
Yeah.
Trying to go around one side, kayak flips around to the other side, locks us in. Probably about 5 minutes in the trip, kayak on one side, canoe on the other side, and we're just filling up within a matter of 15 minutes. And we had all the supplies, so the cooler's floating all over.
Oh yeah, dude, I remember.
Beers, vodka. The good thing about the kayak though is when our canoe flipped over, we could just toss everything in the kayak. And
didn't the weed get flipped over too?
Yeah,
got thrown out on a little baggie that was
yeah. We chased a bag of weed down on the. It was just floating right over little rapids and everything. We're paddling as fast as we can. We get to it, soaked. So we pull over and we set it up on a little rock here and just let the sun dry out.
Yeah.
And then my eyes were a little dried out after that.
You couldn't touch most of the time, which is not standard usually. When you're at least streams in Iowa, you can usually touch. It's maybe chest deep, but you can get your feet on the ground. This one was rushing, man. It was rushing.
And that's probably why they call it the ledges. I remember when you get to the, it wasn't a gradual get out of the water. You just get to the side and you got to climb out of the water. It's just
flat down, like a little trough. Yeah, definitely not sandy beaches on the sides.
Man,
dude,
that was a good trip.
That was the first one. I was
happy anniversary to Buck.
Yeah.
It kind of got the whole thing started. Then we put the whole trip into Jerry's hands.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to think about.
But hey, he's made it happen.
That's
the whole
point.
He's
a planner.
I don't want to do that shit.
Is
that when the naked sign? And you have that.
Oh no, that was a different sign. And actually, my ex-girlfriend's mom took that picture of me naked on this beach.